well.
I do as well.
Why do women need to feel like they always want to be in a relationship?
I don't know. That's
maybe
yeah.
security. Maybe it's like a sense of security, I think.
But don't you feel like that's like a lack of self-love a little bit?
Yeah, it's hard. I do feel like, I don't know, I feel like people who always want to be in a relationship, it's kind of almost like you don't know who you are. You haven't found your sense of
100%.
self. Yeah, so, and I mean, I've done a lot of learning as well. Obviously, being in previous relationships, coming out of it, just makes me feel like, wow, like, this is refreshing. Who am I? I can not create myself, but I can almost find my true inner self and recreate my image again. So it's important to do that. So I feel like it's really good to be single and to explore and to find yourself. So when women are constantly in relationships, it's almost as if they don't know who they are. They're confused.
I really agree with that. And do you know what I find? I found that I don't like myself in relationships. I don't like who I become.
Why?
I feel like I become needy. I'm not needy. When I'm out of a relationship, I've got this boss attitude, like, I don't need you. I don't
Bad
even
to
like
be.
you. I don't even need you. I don't like you. You said I want you. That type of energy. And as soon as I get a little bit attached to a guy, I almost lose that. And I feel like I get like really attached to that guy, and I'm not that girl anymore. So I feel I lose myself a little bit. It's the emotions. And as soon as I'm out of the relationship, I feel like I'm more productive. I'm like, I gave all my time to you. Why did we do that? It's really like interesting.
That's exactly what happened with Hannah. Like literally that's what happened. She was very relaxed. She knew herself in the beginning. That's what he liked about her. And then she started to get attached. And every time she was needy, he'd call her out on it. Like he'd say, she's acting needy. Why is she acting needy again?
Really deep.
And by the end of it, she was kind of completely different. Like anytime he did anything or said anything, she's like, is it something I did? And he's like, why is she?
It's the manipulation and guys, a lot of guys tend to think like, oh, I'm not controlling, whatever. But actually, subconsciously you are. And subconsciously you're manipulating her. And you're making her feel like she's crazy, but you're not stating it. It's all
like
mind
he
games.
was obviously acting funny, and then she was like, I'm not doing anything different, I didn't say anything different. She's like, yeah, but you are. Like everything that you're doing and saying is telling me you're being different, you don't like me right now. What can I do? I don't know, it's very manipulative.
I'm so happy you said that, because the last guy that I dated, there was a situation and he started acting weird, and then he was like, oh, I'm not acting weird. But you are acting weird, babe.
Just explain yourself.
You are acting weird and it's okay.
But this book was interesting because we want to find out what's wrong with them, but from his perspective, just reading his perspective, sometimes men are just not ready to talk about it. And the more you keep pushing and pushing and pushing,
this is key.
Like they're not like women in the sense that they're like, oh, okay, since you asked, I'll tell you. No, they're like, if I'm saying it's nothing, leave it. It's nothing. Like you shouldn't be pushing. I think that's where you have to like respect.
But she's getting damaged in that situation.
She is.
Because it's like, okay, you're not ready to talk about it, and it's fine. So in my situation, it's like, okay, obviously there's an issue here. We're not ready to talk about it. Then you need to treat me exactly the way you were treating me before.
Or let it go.
Suppress that, and let it resurface when you're ready to talk about it. Because I'm not gonna let you damage me. Because you're not ready to talk about something. And I was very liberated in that situation because I just left. And it really hurt. But I was like, I actually don't want to do this no more. I don't deserve this. I had like this self-realization. I was like, what am I doing? I'm here like trying to get him to open up. I'm trying to get him to act normal. Treat me how you used to treat me when we first dated. Why?
You can't make anyone do anything. That's the thing. Like if they're acting funny, let them be acting funny by themselves somewhere else. Like you don't need to subject yourself to it. You don't.
And then I said, if you want to come back, I actually would be open to it. Because I do still like you. Let me not lie. But you need to come back with the right energy. And if you're not coming back with that energy, just leave me alone. And he actually left me alone, which was really annoying because I didn't. You know when you're not being alone. But he actually left me alone, and
it says he's not in the right place. That's
and I'm like, do you know what? I'm so happy I've done that. Because that would have damaged me. That would have damaged me.
100%.
I think that's the problem with us females as well, because we always want to talk about everything, which is fine. We do need to talk about everything. We love to chat. We love to chat. But at the same time, when it comes to guys, they don't love to chat. Like you said earlier, sometimes guys are just not ready to open up. And if we keep pushing, you're only just going to be infuriating yourself. One of my exes, like whenever he was emotional, I think he was he was having a bad moment in terms of like finance and like jobs and whatever, and I was just like, what's wrong, like talk to me, and he was like, I just don't want to talk about it. I'm like, is it me? Who said it was you?
Yeah.
Who said it was you?
That's narcissism right there. It's not about you.
Yeah.
It's about him. Yeah.
That's why I was like, then I was obviously now reflecting that I'm like, there's no need for me to do that. If somebody wants to talk, they'll talk to you. And even with friendship as well, not even just guys, friendship. If somebody wants to talk and open up, they will come to you. There's no need for you to push.
You just got. I think it's important to let them know I'm here and this is a safe place, and you can. But if you're not ready, that's fine.
Yeah.
But also be wary of how long you wait for them to come out.
I agree.
Because she just kept waiting and waiting for Nate, and then in the end, he just realised he didn't want to be with her. She wasted all that time.
Yeah.
Like, that's not fair.
Can you imagine being...
I mean, it was only 6 months, but it's still not nice.
I mean, for me, that means you want to fight me.
Exactly.
Okay, so like, we want to know the juice.
Do you know what hurts me a little bit? Is because when we first started dating, I was thinking, oh, I don't really like him.
That's so
He's not even that attractive. He had really some habits that I was just like, and I settled, and I was like, okay, and I started to actually like him, and I feel like us girls do that.
Yeah, we do.
And then like he, I think he didn't. Okay, so in the beginning he was on me, like literally like taking me out, like calling me, like saying all the right things, right? And then like later on in the relationship, he just started treating me like, he just didn't treat me the way that I knew that I deserved to be treated. And obviously it was a drastic change. And I don't know why I accepted it, why I put up with it for so long. And do you know what he used to tell me? He used to say to me, I want to be with you, but I don't want to be with you right now.
Oh,
that makes me want to vom right now.
But why? Like, how? You know, I think about it, I'm like...
He wants his cake and he wants to eat it too.
How's he going to put you on the shelf?
But he told me.
That's not...
And I still stay... That man told me he don't want me. And
but in a nice way.
I refuse to listen to it.
Do you know what it is? I think the reason that these situations hurt us so much is because when you settle, you already think that you got this in the bag. Like, I'm already settling. So then, when it's not working out, you think, this should be easy, why is this not working? So you kind of hold on to it because you think it should actually be easy and it's going to work out anyway. But because you settled, it's like you're kind of expecting like no trouble, and then you overcommit to it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be easy.
And plus as well, us girls, listen, so guilty of this. We only listen to what we want to hear.
Yeah.
Selective hearing.
Yeah. You can keep
all
talking.
Girls have selective hearing.
Yeah. You can keep talking and telling me your lies. I'm not going to hear it.
Yeah.
Because I've already, in my head, I already know what I want to hear.
Yeah.
Even if you haven't said it, I've already heard it.
And that's how girls get finesse. That's how girls get finesse.
That's
because
it.
guys will come in and say, oh my god, yeah, from the moment I saw you, oh my god, I knew you were my wife. And all of a sudden we're like, oh my gosh, I love him.
So
because
true.
he said what you wanted to hear. Like, why is she being negative? But then she said something and she was like, I don't know what she said, but she said something and I was like, oh, I think he genuinely... okay, so I told her, I said, no, I think he genuinely does have feelings for me. I just think he doesn't know how to act at the moment, making excuses for him. And she was like, no, he doesn't have genuine feelings for you. He just keeps coming back because he knows he can come back and you're accessible.
Yeah, that's it.
That's when I was like, that triggered me. I was like, hold on, that is so true. And then we saw each other one more time and I felt sick. I wanted to that's when and you know, we kissed and I wanted to throw up and I was like, I can't be with you no more.
Yeah.
Because all of it came back all at once and I realised, oh my god, this guy has literally told me, he has literally said with his chest, I want you here, but I don't really want a relationship. He said it. And for some reason it went over my head.
But it's that thing again, you believe what you want to believe, you hear what you want to hear.
Yeah, it's true.
And the thing is, like, when you tell your friends, what I've learned as well, is, first of all, if there are things that you know you're not telling your friends,
that's a bad
you already know you shouldn't be in that situation.
Yeah,
secondly, so, for example, if you're in a relationship where you're seeing someone and there's things have happened but you've not told your friends about it, your closest girls, you already know that's not the one.
Yeah.
And if you tell your friends and they're telling you, oh, Jess, like, no, like, come on. What? And I'm saying no, but what?
No, you shouldn't have to like validate that why it's okay. It's not.
It's
just not.
Okay. So I agree with you, but I feel like sometimes, like as women, we forget that men are still humans.
Yeah,
that's true.
They're still humans. We're all humans.
Yeah.
So I've had a guy lie to me before, and I caught him out in a lie. And you know, some girls will dramatize the whole situation and say, "Oh my god, you lied to me. You did this, you that." But we all lie. We're humans. I'm sure that I think he lied about what he was doing. So I called him.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, I'm working," but he wasn't really working. He just didn't want to talk to me at that moment.
Oh,
he was doing something that was more important. He explained it to me later, and I was like, "That's fine." And I was gonna get angry, but I was like, "Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. There's times when he's texting me. I've seen it. I'm at work." And I text back later and say, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, I've just seen your message," just to like soften the blow. But I didn't just see his message. I just said that to soften the blow. Yeah. And it's okay. Like, it's all lie. And I think sometimes, you've got to let it go because he's still a human. And sometimes you tell your friend, "Oh, he lied," and she's like, "Oh my God, no, you shouldn't be with him. He lied." But no, and you can defend him. You can say no, but you know, he's a human. Like, humans lie.
Yeah, it is true. It's
humans
true.
do stuff like that. We are like that, so it's okay sometimes. I think.
If it's not out of hand or like blatant lies,
like a little white lie that's not really acceptable. But you've caught him out.
You can forgive and forget.
Yeah. You can.
Yeah.
You can. There are certain situations. Things, but I feel like your friends won't have it because all your friends are gonna hear is he lied.
Your friends see you up here, like
exactly. They're like, you deserve more than this.
Yes. I just think you gotta feel it. Look, women know you feel it in yourself.
So true.
You know, man. We know.
So true.
Let's not play ourselves like you feel it in yourself.
But we lie as well to ourselves.
That's it. But you make excuses for that person. I've learned that if it doesn't feel right, it probably is because it isn't right.
Yeah, it's true. It's so true. It's about the vibes and the energy. Honestly.
Yeah.
So a lot of I think it's so important to reflect.
Self-reflection.
Self-reflection is so key. Like, this is why teaching has helped a lot, because every time when I was doing training as well, after every lesson they'll be like, you have to reflect on your lesson and criticise it. What went well and what didn't go well, what are you going to do next time to improve? Every lesson. And that's like been ingrained into me now, so it's like daily practice. But I feel like a lot of people don't do that once they've ended a relationship. So you've a relationship's ended, but you're not reflecting, and you're carrying your broken self into a next one, and you are bringing all that burden, and it's a repetitive cycle, and then the next person's gonna get hurt or whatever, and there's more burden and more damage to you as well, and it's a never-ending cycle. How can you not know how to reflect? You need to just sit down, think about think about your life. Do you think that's true? Men only want you until they've got you.
I've been in an actual relationship with a man that loved me.
I have as well.
I it was a little bit toxic, but I will say to this day that man loved me. He did. So it wasn't just about getting me. He really, really did love me. It didn't end well, and we're not on good terms anymore. But it showed me that when a man wants you, and when he genuinely loves you, he will climb mountains to be with you. And if he's not doing that, I'm so sorry, babes, he doesn't want you. And it's okay.
It is okay.
It's okay for a man not to want you. Right?
Like how we don't want a lot of men. Men are not going to want us. Some men are not going to want us. Like, it's mutual. And it's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's actually okay.
It doesn't mean you're not good enough.
Yeah. So do you think then Nate is a toxic character?
Yes.
Why? What are the toxic traits? What characteristics are toxic for you?
I don't know if he's toxic.
Why? What do you think?
Because I think he's a human. I think we're dehumanising him a little bit.
Okay,
and expecting so much from him. I think
there's a lot of men hate right now.
Yeah. And I've always said, you know what? I've had friends do things, friends do little weird things or say things that are not right or whatever, but I forgive them. And when I tell other people, they're like, oh my God, how can you forgive them? And I'm like, because they're a human.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
We do forget, don't we?
Like, do you know how many people in the world have issues inside and don't feel like they can talk about it? That is a human thing. It's not a guy thing. It's not something that we should hate guys for. A lot of people do it, and it's it's a thing that a lot of people suffer with, and that's why I don't think he's toxic, because I think what he done, a lot of people do.
Yeah, it's true. It's so common.
A lot of people do. You take your anger out on somebody. You have like low self-esteem, and you might take it out on your friend or your spouse or whatever. A lot of people do it.
But it's still toxic.
Toxic is what you was telling me in the car and downstairs. That's toxic. There's a difference between like human error and bad judgment and just like doing something that was wrong and toxic. I don't think Nate's toxic. I don't. I really don't.
I think he's got toxic tendencies.
That's it.
Yeah.
He's not completely toxic, but he is a bit in a way. Yeah.
And he thinks he knows himself, but he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Of course he doesn't.
Because if he knew himself, he would have knew that he couldn't be with a girl.
And he wouldn't be fleeting around girl to girl.
Yeah, literally. That's what I mean, he's toxic. Because he's... That's what I mean. Like, he's just bouncing around. No, he can. But he's bouncing around, he's messing around with everyone, he's committing to someone but not really committing to them. He's taking out his frustration like inadequacies on somebody else. And then he's I don't know. I
agree with you.
I don't think he's a nice
I do agree.
I know what you're saying, like I forgive a lot of people in general all the time because I know we're human. I make a million mistakes. I get that. But reading his inner monologue and how he thinks about people, and no, I don't, and how he talks about people, he is toxic. I feel like he's actually he has like a, I don't know if I wouldn't say it's a hatred for women, but he doesn't seem to really like them. That's where I get.
That's a good point.
Because from the beginning, like honestly, first he bumps into what's her name, Juliet, when he's like running off somewhere, and then you find out he got her pregnant. He didn't really know what to do, and then you feel sorry for him. You're like, that is actually weird to navigate if you're in the guy's position. Like you kind of feel like, am I meant to be there? I'm up to rub. I don't know what to do. I felt sorry for him, and then after you read like how he says women don't really tend to do very well in this sector because no one really wants to hear what women say. They have like certain viewpoints, or they just men are practical. All the good books are written by men. You have like a deeply embedded hatred for women already. Yeah, it's true. So I feel like it is toxic.
What is that word that describes this? Misogynist. That's it. He's a misogynist.
That's
so
what
he secretly thinks men are better than women.
Yeah, of course he does.
He does.
I think women are better than men. So
I think so too. I think so too, but I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
it doesn't mean that the word is.
Why is he? What? Okay, if he thinks that men are better than women, okay, I think women are better than men now.
Yeah, but you're not.
But you're not actively like hurting people.
Yeah.
But you think how did
messing
actively
with them?
No, but that's not right because I'm sorry, you are control of your own destiny, your own life.
True.
Nobody can take you for idiot if you don't let them.
Listen, word to Lady Soul.
And that's it.
That's true.
Like at the end of the day, yeah, he's toxic, but that girl, she allowed it. But then it's not like he manipulated her, like he was pretending like he was someone else and behind the scenes doing something else. That's different. He literally, like I told you, he told her that he doesn't want you.
Yeah.
He's made it very clear that he don't want you, and you stayed. And now you're hurt and you blame him.
But then at the same time, I get what you mean because it's true, she shouldn't allow that. But at the same time, he shouldn't have got her to a situation where she has to decide whether she's going to allow it or not. Because because in the beginning, obviously he's like, dating her, courting her, going out and spending time with her and everything. Yeah. So then it makes it seem like you do want her. Yeah. But then all of a sudden you don't.
But do you know what's toxic?
I don't
know.
The
toxic part is that he knew he didn't like her halfway through. He started being funny. And then he tried to kind of reignite the passion when Jason approved of her. So I think he's toxic because he knew he didn't want her and then he started like hitting on her again and making her happy and like caring about her. That is toxicity. Like to mess with someone's emotions in that way, I don't think that makes you human. Like that's a normal mistake. Man, that's mean. That's just toxic.
I have an ex like that.
So it's like just because somebody else wants you now, they're not allowed to have you.
Or he approves. No, but it's because he approved of her. Jason's approval meant so much, and now he's like, oh, I actually like Hannah. She fits in my social circle. You are toxic for doing that to someone.
Because guys as well, I feel everybody, not just guys. Let me not generalize. I think for guys as well. Certain guys, it's about image for them, isn't it? So
they want a nice bad girl in their arm.
And if their friends say something about, then immediately, like if something negative is said about the girl, immediately they're gonna be like, oh, I don't really see this. I don't know. They start second guessing.
Yeah. That means you don't have sense of self then. Yeah. And I don't want you.
And that is a very human quality.
I don't want you. If you don't have sense of self, and you are not like secure in your decisions and you look for approval from your mates and stuff, I don't want you. You're not
so
for
true.
Me. I think this is what I say about men. You know, some men are like, oh, I can't do this with a girl if she's done this or she's done that. Always ask them, do you like her? Yes. Does she make you happy? Yes. Can you see a future of her? Yes.
then that's it.
You're actually taking it doesn't even make no sense. You're literally walking away from happiness
because of
what other people think.
Yeah, it's true.
It makes no logical sense.
It's so
true.
And in this life, I think I always say life is hard. Life is hard to navigate, and it's hard to find happiness. It's hard to find genuine people.
Oh yes,
and if you met a girl that you vibed with and that she was genuine and you were like, oh my god, I want to be with her. Maybe you found out something that you didn't really like. Not even that you had an issue with it, but you were more concerned about how the other people, I always ask, is it an issue for you or is it more like what other people think? If it's what other people think, then you don't have sense of self.
Yeah, it's true.
Because if you're okay with it, if you can accept that she was a porn star before, if that doesn't bother you, then there should be no reason for you to not be with that woman.
Agreed.
There's somebody for everyone.
Yeah,
that's it.
100%.
So listen, moral of the story, 2020. Listen, we don't hate men. Okay, disclaimer.
We actually don't.
But 2020, be secure. No more paragraphs, please, girls.
Please,
no more VNs. No more VNs. Don't indirect. Let it go. We move. Good energy and good vibes, please.